Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me and happy weekend. I can't believe we're at the end of January already. It's just flown by, hasn't it? Today is my trio of friendly hello boxes. You might think, well, you've only got one there, but I had a sort of an issue. Not an issue, I couldn't decide. That's probably the better way of saying this. I couldn't decide firstly which DSP to use because they are all so beautiful. But secondly, I originally had made these into a stack of boxes, which worked lovely. But I thought, you know what, I wanted to just do something a little different. So yeah, originally they were a stack of boxes. Just look at this DSP. Isn't it just gorgeous? So originally it was a stack of boxes. Then literally just before I started filming, I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to sit them inside each other so they can be a trio of nesting boxes. In fact, I think that's better. A trio of nesting boxes. Just adorable. I love them. So this is the Friendly Hello DSP and stamp that are from Sale-a-bration. They are a £90 spend or €120, but you do get this beautiful stamp, which I think is really pretty. And again, this is actually the first time I've used it, so I'm a little disappointed in myself, but it is really pretty. But the DSP, honestly, I just didn't know. So first sides, we have this beautiful white with these colours. Then we have this pool party, but look at this one as well. Then we have granny apple green, and again some pale papaya. And then the reverse of that is these gorgeous spots. And then we have this lovely fresh freesia. Again, pale papaya, some more beautiful granny apple green. Fabulous. I love stripes. What is it about stripes? And then this gorgeous one here that has the fresh freesia on the back. Again, I couldn't decide, so that's why I made 3 boxes, because I just loved it all so much. But then when it came to making my boxes this time, I thought, what? I don't know what papers to use, and I love those, so I'm going with the same papers, but I'm going to use basic black as my base. I just thought, let's try it. So I've used colours on this one. I'm going to go with just using basic black. So let's get started, because we have 3 boxes to make. They are very simple, basic boxes that you can use and adapt. So all the measurements will be on my blog, so don't you stress about that. Right, let's start with the largest box and the base. So the largest box base is 8 by 6, 21 by 15.5 centimetres, and we're going to go score all sides at 1.5 inches, which is 4 centimetres. Oops. Okay, then we're going to score our lid. I'm going to use this piece of cardstock here. So your lid is 7.5 by 5.5, which is 20 by 14.5 centimetres. And we're going to score all of our sides at 1.25 inches, which is 3.5 centimetres. Don't forget your shim. Okay, then our medium box base is 6.5 by 5, which is 17 by 13.5 centimetres, and we're going to score all our sides at 1.25, which is 3.5 centimetres. Then our lid is 6 by 4.5, which is 16 by 12.5 centimetres. With your shim, we're going to score all of our sides at 1 inch, which is 2.5 centimetres. And then for our last one, our base is 5 by 4, 10 by 12.5 centimetres. We're going to score all of the sides at 1 inch, which is 2.5 centimetres. And then I'm going to use that same piece as my shim for my lid, which is 4.5 by 3.5, 11.5 by 9 centimetres, and we're going to score all of our sides at 3/4 of an inch, which is 2 centimetres. Okay, that's all of that done. So now we're going to go ahead and fold and burnish all of the score lines. Then, and this is the same for all boxes and lids alike. So I'm going to whiz through all of these. I didn't make any ahead of time. Probably should have done, because they're all the same. But I can chat to you about sale-a-bration. Now, I'm sure you probably don't want to hear me talking about sale-a-bration all over again. I do love it though. It's just the best time ever for everything. There's just so much good stuff out there. As I said, 3 parts to it. Free stuff when you buy, free stuff when you host a party, and extra stuff when you join. Again, oops, everything I've used is current, apart from these little pegs that are my own. This is Pool Party, and the reverse is Granny Apple Green, which again is one of my favourites. This colour combo for me is probably my favourite, the Pool Party. And I just love the birds and the little sprigs and the leaves. Super pretty. Okay, so that's that bit done. Add some adhesive. And then literally take those pegs off there. Hey, don't you unglue. Put that on my box. I'm quite excited to see how the black bases look. I have to admit, get in. Oh, I do like. Right, medium box, let's go. See if we can do this on a speed, as if everything is on fast forward, but I haven't fast forward anything. I think this is the time consuming bit, just the cutting of the tabs. But of course, I'm sure you could fast forward if you wanted to and not listen to me droning on. Or maybe you have me on in the background while you craft. So we're actually crafting together. That would be fabulous. I'd love that idea. I'm actually not crafting on my own. I have lots of you lovely people watching and crafting along with me. I'd like to know if you do that actually. I generally don't. I have the radio on when I'm not filming, obviously. But yeah, I don't generally watch videos yet. I know a lot of my friends and fellow demonstrators do have videos of other people on while they're crafting. I think it would distract me because I'd be like, oh, what are they doing? I'd just sit watching and not actually do anything that I'm meant to be doing. But yeah, let me know if you watch while you're crafting, because that is just cool. I like that. Or maybe you watch when you get into bed with a nice drink and just I send you to sleep. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you're doing when you watch my tutorials. Do you craft along? Do you make your own projects? Or are you generally just watching me and not really doing anything else? Let me know. I would really love to know. Okay. I'm going to just hold this one for a second, I think, because it saves them just not working then. Last one. Okay, whiz through this. Whiz through. Right. I told you about the sale-a-bration. I've told you before that I use all current products and that you can purchase them in my store. I do send out a handmade card and a small gift, and if you use the hostess code, I also send a gift of product out as well. So my hostess code is always on my blog, and it's also on my Facebook page. So add that to your basket if you are shopping with me. And if you don't have a catalogue, by all means, just get in touch and I will send you one. Okay. Crikey, this feels like a mammoth task. It's like some, I can't think what the word is now. I don't know, working line where everybody's doing their bit, processing stuff. I can't think what the word is. Never mind, I've nearly finished filming for today. And go and have a cup of tea. That is definitely on the cards. I'm a very British person and I love my cups of tea. And maybe last year I would have said lots of cake. I love cake. But I'm still being good. Still not eating rubbish. Which is killing me because I love cake. I love cake. Cake and chocolate are my favourite things ever. I'm going to be naughty and do this one. Freestyle. I know that it will fit. I have faith in my measurements and my system. She said, famous last words, and this one is the only one that doesn't fit. There we go. Yes, it does fit. Don't unglue, don't unglue. Oh my word. Yes, I think the black base has sold it. I love that even more. Okay, so just to do my final bit of decoration then. Hello friend. I might use the fresh freesia again. I quite like that on a different colour. I think if I was to use pool party on pool party, maybe wouldn't stand out quite as well. So I'm going to go with the fresh freesia. And then I used Memento, whoops, for that Hello Friend that I actually just stamped across the flower. And then it's all down to the fussy cutting, which shouldn't take long. Famous last words. No, it truly doesn't take long. I'm not particularly neat and careful with it. Thankfully this doesn't have too many intricate parts to cut round, but as you can see I'm just moving the card round my stamped image, keeping my scissors in place. Well, it doesn't take long at all, and it still looks good. Looks almost professional. Okay, wow, super quick. Dimensionals on the back. And then, of course, my iridescent rhinestones, which actually are going to be on every single thing, I think. I adore them. I can't help it. I truly do adore them. And there they are. My trio of nesting boxes that I just love. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being patient with me. And see you all soon. Bye.